Okay, so now we're in stage 6. Again, it's the mid stage, it's severe cognitive decline. And people in stage 6 require extensive assistance to carry out daily activities. They start to forget names of close family members and have little memory of recent events. Many people can remember only some details of earlier life. They also have difficulty counting down from 10 and finishing tasks. And incontinence, such as loss of bladder or bowel control, is a problem in this stage, as well as the ability to speak declines. Also, personality changes such as delusions, that being believing something to be true that is not, and also there's compulsions, repeating a simple behavior such as cleaning, or anxiety and agitation may occur. Average duration is 2.5 years. Now, I have a couple of video clips that show that my father's in stage 6, and you'll clearly see some of his behavior and be able to make the connection that with stage 6. So have a look at this.
Yeah, we're on the Walt Whitman Bridge, Dad.
What's that?
This is the Walt Whitman Bridge.
Walt Whitman Bridge?
Walt Whitman Bridge.
What's that?
It's a bridge that bridges New Jersey and Pennsylvania. People go from PA to New Jersey.
Pennsylvania, lottery. You heard that before, right?
Yeah, a million times.
Pennsylvania lottery.
Yes.
What is it?
It's another
said that, and I just was saying that again. It's being funny too. We are farmers. Bum 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 bum. Tough Kenneman. Bum 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 bum. You got that before too, right?
Yeah.
Tough Kenneman. It's a location in Pennsylvania. It was a location that my father would visit with his pole truck when he worked for Pico. He was delivering utility poles. Well, one day, probably when he was about 60 years of age, late 50s, he went out to Tough Kenneman, PA. Right where he was parked, he had this big sign in front of him. It said Tough Kenneman. And while he was standing there, he was waiting for these contractors or other workers to show up, which they didn't show up until 2 hours later. Well, he was getting a little angry about the situation, and I guess sitting in the truck waiting for these guys, he's looking at the sign. It says Tough Kenneman. And he said, I thought to myself, I'm tough. My name's Ken. I'm a man. I'm Tough Kenneman. And these people in this town named the city after him because when these contractors, these workers or whatever showed up, finally after 2 hours, my father gave them an earful, whatever he did, but gave him that nickname. And ever since then, it's stuck. Now it's part of his script.
It's amazing.
You know that other portion I got at one time, Tough Kenneman.
Yep.
I told you that, and I told you when I got it, why.
Yes, you did.
At that place I was working for, all those ladies' houses. And they put it over there, Tough Kenneman. I told you that, right?
Yeah.
It was Tough Kenneman.
Yeah.
And I asked that lady, I saw that down over there. I was seeing her every day. She's always standing there. I asked her, you got that down there? You always call me Ken. And it said, Tough Kenneman. Is that me or somebody else over here? No, that's you. Oh, yeah, that's me. Okay. Would you change that a little bit? You want me to change it? Yeah. To what? It's Tough Kenneman. Can you make it Tough Kenneman? I told her that. She said, okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll make it Tough Kenneman. She was doing that too. Tough Kenneman. Tough Kenneman. Tough Kenneman. Tough Kenneman. Tough Kenneman. She was laughing and doing that too. And then she did change it. She went down there and she put it there. Tough Kenneman. Tough Kenneman.
Just like that.
My father's version of this story would gradually change as he would descend deeper into the dementia. The worse off he became, the more realistic the story had become to him. Today, after 8 years had gone by, it has now been distorted and changed. I can't even tell you how many times, but he truly believes that that town was named after him, and he made a special request to the people living there to change it from Tough Kenneman to Tough Kenamon.